Hello everyone, welcome back to another Geoguessr video. This will be South America tips and tricks. And yeah, that's about it. But I will let you know that when I get to 500 subscribers, I will do a video doing uh, a tips and tricks, but for every single country in the entire world on Geoguessr. So if you want to see that and get a lot of information, just subscribe. So let's get into it. Okay, so this is the continent of South America. The first thing to know is not every country has coverage. The only countries with coverage are Colombia, Ecuador, Peru, Bolivia, Chile, Argentina, Uruguay, and Brazil. And most of them have yellow center lines because it's the Americas, except for Chile, except for a few roads. So let's get into it. So the first thing we see is that there is an awful camera, what people in the community call crap cam, which in South America you only see it in Ecuador. So if you see double yellow, it looks kind of tropical like South America, and you see crap cam, just go Ecuador. It will always be Ecuador. This next one I also included in my North America video, I'm pretty sure, but oops. This you can tell by that Google car. You see the side rails, like in a lot of countries, but you see a black car with no mirrors or anything. So you see this in Curacao, which is a Dutch overseas territory right above Venezuela. You can see a similar car in the Dominican Republic, but that has a white car instead. So this is just Curacao. This one, the first thing I noticed is the black Google car. Black Google car you see in Peru, Argentina, and Uruguay. So of all three of those, Uruguay has distinct road lines. This would be a pretty rare Peru, so it's probably going to be Argentina out of the bunch. Also, Argentina is a very flat country except for the west, and just like the greenness, the plains. It's going to be northern Argentina, but also eastern, except for this part. Once again, we have the black Google car, but it doesn't look the same. There's a lot of elevation. It's single yellow dash road lines. We'll get to this pole. We'll get to that soon. And there's also a lot of animals, like sheep. So black Google car, Peru, Argentina, Uruguay. This isn't Argentina, because in these these mountainous areas, you would more likely not see yellow dashed. And these aren't Argentinian poles. Uruguay is very flat. So that means this is Peru. Peru does have black car. And it's not super mountainous, so I'd go more towards the west. It's not too much of a desert, so I would lean away from the desert, but it could still be there. So I'm not the best at Peru, but I would probably just go like like up here, like down here, somewhere. Okay, that's actually on the lake, which I probably wouldn't have gotten, but this one's probably the most famous Geoguessr tip of all time. On the back of signs, you see a cross shape. That is called the Colombian cross. You see that in Colombia. Sometimes you see that in Brazil. And also you have yellow license plates, which are only in Colombia. So sometimes in Peru. So we are in Colombia. Okay, back again. We have some hilly, slightly mountainous terrain. It feels kind of Mediterranean, but at the same time it feels kind of cold-ish. But it feels Mediterranean, but not. It's hard to explain. But also, we have white road lines, which, when you see that in South America, I would think Chile immediately. It could still be Argentina, but this Mediterranean climate I associate with Chile. Same as the white road lines, of course. So yeah, we are in Chile. Something to know about Chile is that it's pretty easy to tell, to reach and guess, because the entire north is pure desert, the entire south is pure mountains, and the middle is a mix. So we're in the middle, because there's a mix. Okay, so back with this poll. The sign with the post being black and white striped, that you see in Peru. On the only countries where you do see that in the world, basically, off the top of my memory, is Peru, UAE, India, Sri Lanka, and Malaysia. But all of those drive on the left, while Peru drives on the right. So it's weird road lines. White inner and white outer. You may recognize this in Turkey. And this could maybe look like Turkey, but not really. Because you also see this in Chile, which is the exception. But you only see it in a few roads. The main road is this road right here. Definitely. So yeah, we just gotta put ourselves on this road somewhere. You can also see it like sometimes like up here. Very flat, somewhat hilly. Let me talk about the antenna. Okay, this is the wrong antenna, never mind. But the South American antenna usually, just that you see a lot in South America, is a short antenna with a little bar going around it, but only one bar, one little like spring thing going around. It goes all the way around, and it's usually one. You can confuse that with a Cambodian one that goes around 3 times. But back to the actual thing. This chevron right here. The black with the orangish yellow actual arrow, but with the black border still. You see this in Portugal and Brazil. And also we have the Brazilian ladder pole, which is like the Romanian pole, but it doesn't go all the way through. So we are in Brazil. Something to know about Brazil is that this bit is the Amazon rainforest, so it's just pure jungle. The northeast is more dry and deserty, and the rest just kind of looks like normal Brazil. We have once again another Colombia because we have the yellow plates. We could probably see a Colombian cross somewhere here. We can probably see one, but I don't see one anywhere, so yeah. Okay, so this round, cactus, and just like this dry, somewhat mountainous and hilly climate, red soil. My first thought would be Mexico, but that's not on the right continent. Because Mexico looks a lot like northeastern Brazil. Very dry, somewhat hilly, and all this. And it's even worse because the compass doesn't really align with the sun too well in this area. It is below the equator, but it says it's above the equator, which is not right. So if you see something that looks just like Mexico, I would think, is it northeast Brazil? Have I seen this exact location before in northeast Brazil? And make your guess accordingly. Okay, the classic road lines for this country. Uruguay or Argentina, mainly Uruguay road lines. Double yellow or single yellow with white smaller dashed lines. And in the middle or outside. Yeah, this is unique to only Uruguay and sometimes Argentina. So usually I'd go Uruguay unless you see a feature that is only in Argentina. Because also these poles right here, you see in Uruguay. I don't know about Argentina. I don't think so though. This one, your first thought would be Brazil probably. It's kind of jungly. It's reddish soil, and it is basically, but it's not quite Brazil. Brazil uses long plates, which is not a long plate. These poles aren't Brazilian poles, but it is the Amazon rainforest. We are in Bolivia, but eastern Bolivia, near Santa Cruz. So this country might be a bit hard to get used to. For me it was, but you'll remember it every single time, the Santa Cruz area. So we have the all-white road lines with the western coast, and it's deserty. All 3 of those fit with Chile, northern Chile, because it's a desert. And we don't have the black and white poles like you would see in Peru, so you can rule out Peru. So we're just going to be on this road that just goes all the way. Once again, we have the black car. So we are in Peru, Argentina, or Uruguay. Uruguay would never be this arid. Peru, the arid areas could look like this, but this is more these plants, the grainy road, white road lines would mean very south. So this is southern Argentina, because it also has Chilean road lines. So it is southern Argentina. So it would be in the Patagonia area, which is just like these provinces right by here. One of them. You'll figure it out if you look at like the Plonket or something. Okay. We have a very mountainous area. We have the white car. Oh, I should talk to y'all about the white car. With the white car, specifically this one, well, not really this one, but something like it, you see Peru, Bolivia, and Chile. Chile has their another white car that's their own type. But so when you see this car, think Peru and Chile. Maybe, I mean Peru and Bolivia. Maybe Argentina. But Peru, Bolivia. And this would be around here or around here respectively. But we don't have the black and white pole, so we are in Bolivia. So just go like La Paz or something. Okay, we are just in... This area is pretty unique. This is... It looks like the Amazon rainforest. It just does. The trees with the rolling hills, but several different types of trees. It's just Amazon-like. And there's also red soil and very fainted yellow lines. So you're in the Amazon. This type of rolling landscape without too many trees, where there's coverage would be in the state of Acre in Brazil. Roraima has a somewhat similar thing, but it's different. And it's not included in this video, but you can look at Roraima on your spare time. Okay, so we have bollards. When you see bollards in South America, immediately think Ecuador. If you see bollards like this, where it's just a white bollard with two sets of red, just in general, you're in Ecuador. Peru also uses bollards, but not the same. And that is the end of the video. That is every country that has coverage in South America with a few tips and tricks. So thank you for watching, and I'm going to remind y'all that when I hit 500 subscribers, I will make a tips and tricks video for the entire world. So stay tuned for that and for a lot of information.